Hello everyone, this is an update for my Metoidioplasty 3 months post-op. A few things happened since my first video. All the pain and everything stopped when they took off the suprapubic catheter. It was 65 centimeters long in total and 40 centimeters long, 40 centimeters long in my bladder, and that was causing me all this pain. So as soon as they took it off, I stopped my painkillers, medication and everything that was going on with it. I still had my urinary infection for a few days, but then everything was fine. I had problem with withdrawal of my painkillers because I stopped them like right away as soon as they took it off. So it was too brutal for my body and I felt really bad for a few days and I didn't even think about it. So that can happen. And then I went on a little vacation to feel better. And when I came back, I had an appointment with a urologist in my country at the clinic of Gand, because I live in Belgium. They do phalloplasties there, and normally they also do metoidioplasties, but I would have never gone there because of their results. So I went only to check if everything was alright, because the 2 times I went to the hospital in the ER, they didn't do any tests. They didn't even check if my SP catheter was fine. Nothing was done. So every time I went to the ER, they tested me for UTI and that's it. And they did nothing else. But the second time I asked them to take off my SP catheter. But the urologist I was seeing here, well, just like in the ER, she didn't do anything. And at some point she even wanted to stop my painkillers medication because I was taking it for too long. I guess people don't understand when I say that I'm in pain, because apparently it looks like I'm not in pain. One thing is that I'm autistic, so maybe my face doesn't show pain the same way that other people's do. And if I say that I'm in a certain amount of pain, it doesn't matter what my face looks like. I think it's important to believe people instead of just looking at them and deciding for yourself. So when I went to this surgeon, urologist in Gand, I had a bit of a problem with him because he didn't like me at all, even though I wasn't speaking French, because maybe people in other countries don't know this, but in Belgium the French part and the Flemish part, like, they don't like each other at all. So if they know that you are from the French part, they will treat you with less respect. So I went in there saying that I spoke English, so I went speaking English, and it wasn't enough. I didn't really get treated well. The surgeon was really pissed at me when I couldn't do an exam when you have to pee, and I just couldn't do it. I tried even twice and my bladder was so full, I really needed to pee. I was in pain. I couldn't do it, so that was that. But he got really pissed at me because I couldn't do it. And then he tried to pass a camera, but like the tube is, I wouldn't know, maybe like this big. My urethra is not this big. My surgeon said that anything that passes through my urethra has to be like baby's stuff. And he tried to pass that and I was like, that's not gonna pass. And I told him that my surgeon said that only babies things could pass there. And he says, this is standard size, it needs to pass. And I'm like, it's not gonna pass. So he tried to pass it through my fistula, not even through my glands, but through my fistula. So I was really scared that he would like open it up and, I don't know, tear everything apart. As soon as he tried, I screamed from the pain, and then he stopped. It's like, do I really need to be in pain for you to stop doing something stupid? It's like, oh my god. So he tries to pass it, I scream, he stops. He looks inside, he sees that I have a stricture, and then he tries to pass different types of catheters. I think it's just like different sizes of catheters inside. So he passes one, I'm in pain, he takes it off. He takes another one, I'm in pain, he takes it off. Then he passes the third one, and then I'm really in pain, so he doesn't pass it all the way through, and he stops. And I really don't understand why all of this has to happen in the first place. He could have just tried to pass a few catheters and see that it was too big, or anything else, but really trying to pass that camera through my urethra is like, are you fucking stupid? Apparently he is, because me saying something is not enough. I mean, I know my body, I know what my surgeon did. He knows my surgeon, so he already knows the way he works. So right after that, he tells me that I have a stricture and that I will need to do another surgery, and I say I already know this, and I'm getting an appointment with my surgeon. And then he tries to talk me into getting a surgery with them. He says that my surgeon might not be able to do everything in one stage, and that maybe I will need multiple surgeries, and maybe he can do something to help. At that point, I was really thinking that my surgeon is really not that bad, so he will probably be able to do everything by himself. But so the different things that he offered me was to open my fistula like all the way down, so my penis would be split open, and like that's a big no for me. Or the other one would be to do a hole where I used to pee before, so I would only pee sitting down, and that's also a big no for me, because a part of the problems that I have now is that I cannot pee standing up, and it's making me feel really bad. But by now I'm quite fine with it, because I never really got to experience peeing standing up with my penis only. I use prosthetics when I really feel like I need to, but at the moment I don't need it. After this exam, I was in a lot of pain when I peed, because, well, a stricture means that, for people who don't know this, like you have a long tube, this is the urethra, well, maybe I can try with this. So let's imagine this is the urethra, this is just a piece of paper, and a stricture would be basically something like this. So it's smaller, you see, there is the urine that goes here, and then it tries to pass this place, but not everything can pass, so just a little part of the urine goes through. What happens is that it hurts and it bleeds because of the pressure that is inside, and that's what's causing me leakage. After I pee, I still have urine because a part of the urine cannot go through the urethra, so it goes through afterwards, like a few drops at a time. That's the major problem that I have, that's causing me really bad moods, and I feel really shitty because of it, you know. But I know it's gonna be over soon. The problem is that I have a big vacation coming up, so that's gonna be shitty. But anyway, the stricture doesn't hurt that much, but it does hurt. It is a bit shitty to have blood coming out, but that's alright because it's just a few drops. The big problem was that I didn't know what was going on, and nobody tested me for anything, and I've had just this pain for quite a bit, because after the UTI went away, I already knew that, I mean, I felt like I was having another UTI, you know, but a really small one, and actually I don't have any at all. It's just that I have the stricture, and that's painful. But what is really strange is that for the first part of my surgery, when I was in a lot of pain, people didn't seem to be really empathic with me. And now that they have a stricture and they know what a stricture is, and they've already maybe they've experienced it, or they know people that had it, now they're really empathic and they're like, isn't it too painful? How are you gonna do? Don't you need the surgery right away? And I'm like, no, I can really wait. It's not that painful. It's not that my urethra is completely closed. I can still pee and everything, but yes, it does hurt a bit, but it really doesn't hurt that much. And like everybody's like, oh my god, because I mean cis people, of course, not trans guys. They're like all understanding and everything because now they can know what I'm going through. But like me explaining that I had metoidioplasty and explaining to them what it is, it seems like it's not painful at all. So I don't know. But yeah, at the moment I don't take any pain medication. I just keep on taking the Viagra pill that I need to take every day, and I pump twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, for at least 5 minutes. I mean, my surgeon said I needed to do it 2 times a day, 5 minutes, but then I found out on his website that it's supposed to be 3 times a day, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, why would you tell me one thing and then it's another? But as I said, I'm not gonna really say the name of my surgeon because, I mean, 40 centimeter catheter, really? Does anyone really needs that? Like, no. And that also was the problem. The antibiotics weren't doing anything because of the length of the SP catheter. Between, if I didn't say it, the SP catheter is the one that goes directly into the bladder from the top, and yeah, they're supposed to be around 10 centimeters max. Normally it's like 8 because that's it, and it's not supposed to hurt the way it was hurting me. You can just imagine the size of a bladder that may be like this, and then you put 40 centimeters of tube inside, and every time you pee it closes up. You see, like it's full, and then you pee and it closes up. And so you can just imagine the pain from having the insides part of a bladder going around a tube. And it's also irritated because I had the tube for way too long, and voila. I will keep you updated, I think, before I do my other surgery to see if anything changed. But normally the surgery should be in September or October, and I will keep you updated afterwards. Hoping that it will be my last surgery concerning trans stuff. Bye.